Hi everybody, and today I'm gonna make a video about the whole situation with my dad because today I finally realized that he is the reason I have schizophrenia, and I didn't realize because I it's been almost over 10 years now, and I just realized he caused it. I'm no longer the person I used to be, and it happened. And my mom always kept saying I was never the same because I never figured it out till today that I'm I just realized it's like I don't even know. I don't have any words. I was talking to a few friends and they told me I need to just get the whole situation started because I'm 30 in March 7th, and I need to start this process now. My mom always kept telling me ever since my dad attacked me, I've never been the same. And I didn't believe her because my mental illness didn't start. It probably started before then. I mean, after it, I was different, but I didn't notice, and I didn't realize until today that I can't. The time went by so quickly with me. The years went by so fast. Every day, I just couldn't. I just finally realized it. I'm not the same, and I would watch movies or shows, and I would be like, or animation video movies and stuff, and I was just it, I would keep thinking that the stories were about me. I would keep putting myself in it. Before that even whole situation started, I always did that, but everybody does that. But I kept doing it all the time. Like no matter what movie it was, I always kept thinking it was my story. It has nothing to do with me. It doesn't even have the same lifestyle I am. All of a sudden, I remember like I watched the movie Dark Knight, and like the Dark Knight, like for Batman, and I kept thinking, oh, this is my story. Oh, this situation happened. Oh, this situation happened because of this and that and this and that and this and that. It didn't make any sense. And I never paid attention to the movies anymore. And I was like, I didn't I when I finally realized that today, I'm like, oh my god, my mom was right. I'm not the same person I used to be. Because I had dreams when I was younger before the whole situation happened. So I'll tell you the whole story. Now, I don't like my dad because of that, because he attacked me. And I finally remember he did attack me, and it shocked me because like when I was like 13, he told me he loved me the most. And when that situation happened, I saw him attack me, and I saw his face, and it shocked me. It took me back because he always says he told me he loved me the most, and when I saw that face, I'm like, this guy does not love me because he attacked me all because I was screaming, and he went and lunged at me and choked me for I don't know how long, but I'll tell you the whole story. Now, in the beginning, before all this happened, but my dad was still in my life when I was younger, he always tried to change me. He always tried to make me talk, which I don't like talking that much anyway. So it was weird. But he always tried to make me girly all the time. And like I always felt there was something weird about him when I was younger because it just didn't make sense. Like he like it just I just didn't feel like he was he no yeah he when I was younger, he never really paid attention to me. He would always pay attention to my brother, and like he never cared about my homework. He never cared about my like my grades or he probably he didn't care about my attendance. All these things I did. I used to be smart. I could really do homework so easily, besides government in high school, but that was I mean AP government. I couldn't do that well. Anyway, but it's anyway. Ever since I was young, he always tried to make me girly. Always. all the time. He never cared about my opinion. He would never listen to me. He would talk to me or laugh at me, but only when it was has something to do with him. But like if I was doing homework at his place, at his apartment, he never helped me. If he did, he'd only be there for like 2 minutes. And if my brother called him, he'd go to him and never come back to me, and never help me at all. And I remember he did that all the time. So I just stopped asking him for help and just did it myself, or my mom helped me. Anyway, that was my first impression. But when I was younger, I looked up to him. I didn't really look up to him. I just tried to please him. So I tried to be girly as I can. He always tried to change me. Always cared about my image. Never cared about my grades. He never cared about all he cared about was my hair and my clothes. And I needed to look pretty all the time. That's all he cared about. And he still does. I cut him off after he attacked me. And then when I lived with him, it just didn't seem right. I felt like this is not the place I should be at. But I stayed because I thought he loved me. Because in that moment when he did attack me, which was in 2009, he said I attacked him. And even if I was, I don't think, because at that time I was sick. I don't know what it was I'm sick with, because I had it before when I was 9. And it was probably during summer because I was sick for a while. And when I was 9, I was sick. I don't even remember it because I was so bad. I was so sick I couldn't even. It was hard for me to walk. If I stood up, I would feel sickly and lightheaded, like nauseated, and I couldn't really. I couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight, and at 2009, I had the same sickness. Could have been the flu. I don't know. Anyway, I was sick. I was in college, but I got sick. I don't know how I got sick, and I couldn't go back to college. Every day I tried to go to class, I just felt sick, and I couldn't pay attention. And it's like, because all I cared about at the time, I would try to listen to class. I could only hear the first few words, and I'm like, I'm sick. I'm nauseated. I'm lightheaded. I can't stay here. I can't pay attention in class. I'm not writing any notes down. And I was just trying to stay awake. And I was like, you know what? I can't stay here. And now it's the second semester I was in college. Because at first I wasn't taking it seriously. But then the next semester I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this seriously now. And I got sick after like 2 to 3 months. It was probably just the first month. Yeah, the first month. Because after like the third week, I just couldn't. I was just sick. I don't know what I had. I was nauseated. When I stood up, I felt nauseated. When I ate anything, I would throw up. And I don't know about 9, but when I was 19, if I ate anything, like I tried to eat hot dogs, I ate it like, oh, finally I can have something to eat. And then after a few minutes, I threw it up. I couldn't eat anything. Everything made it seem nasty. Everything I ate was nasty, and I just couldn't handle it, and I couldn't eat it. So, and I was sick for like 8 months. That's total, even after my situation with my dad. It probably took longer afterwards. Anyway, only thing I could eat was rice. Plain rice. That's all I could eat. Only a little bit at a time. Not even a bowl. I had to eat a few bites. And I had to rest. And then I'll be hungry again. So I have to eat a little bit and then wait. And then I would eat a little bit more again. And then, because if I wait until I'm hungry again, I'm going to feel sick. So and I was sick for a while. I couldn't tell the school I was sick because I was sick. I didn't like being on my phone. I didn't like TV. Even when I was bored, I'm like, I don't want to listen to TV. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to listen to music. I just want to sleep in peace and just get better. I never went to the hospital because I was poor, and plus I was poor, and I didn't think, and I didn't know that. I think there was a hospital nearby, but I didn't want to go because I thought I was going to get better, and it just took 8 months. But because I thought it was like a regular cold or whatever, just nauseated sickness, whatever sickness that is. But it went on for 8 months, and I wasn't in school for like 3 months at the time, and I was trying to get better, just eating nothing but rice and water, and my dad came over that day, and it was in 2009, and he came over, and I thought he left. I already didn't like my dad, but he came over, and he was like, "Oh, where's Brandy? Why is she here?" And I don't know what he was talking to my mom about, but I thought he left, and then when I went into the living room, he came. I saw him there. I'm like, "Fuck, he's here. He's still here." And then and my dad was like, "Why aren't you in school? The school called me saying you left and you're trying to take my money." I'm like, "No, I'm sick." And my mom was trying to tell him, "Look, she's sick. She has the same sickness she had when she was dying, and she just can't go to school right now." He didn't believe me or her, saying I did it on purpose, so he paid because he was paying for school, which he wasn't, because he tried to get me to go to school. I didn't even care about school, but at the time I was gonna take it seriously. I wanted at least an AA, but now I don't think I can do school anymore. Anyway, like I said, he was there, getting all mad at me, and I never liked my dad, like I told you, and he always cared about my looks. He never cared about my education, ever. And before, when I first started school, he gave me a medical card for him that his he gave me a card, but it didn't have my name on it. It had my name on it, but not my legal name, because my name is Brandy Lindsay, and he put down Brandy Rogers. That's not my name. So even if I wanted to, even if I was faking it, there's no way I could go to have a free school paid for me, because it was supposed to be full time. I was just part time because I just started, and so there's no way even if I wanted to do it, there's no way I could fake it and get all his money or use it, because that's not my real name. My last name is not Rogers, it's Lindsay. And I knew that wasn't gonna work, but I just kept it anyway. I was like, okay, and it's not gonna work, but I'll just keep it, even though I can't use it because that's not my freaking name. That's not how names work. So he started telling me all this stuff, and I remember when he was talking to me, I just went to the window and I opened it up so I can get some fresh air. I was feeling a little better, and then he kept talking and talking and talking, and I never liked him because he always, like I said, he always liked to all he cared about was how good I looked, and that's it. And then I turned around, and I screamed at him, and I told him, "Shut the up," and I said, "Fuck you, you bitch," I think, and I was loud, but I don't think I can scream as much as I used to. I've never really been able to scream at my top voice. I don't think I can anymore because of testosterone. Anyway, I was screaming. I told him like, "Fuck you, shut up, you fucking bitch," or whatever. I don't know. And I wasn't looking at him when I was screaming so loud. And then when I looked up, he lunged at me. And in his face, I saw his face. It wasn't it shocked me. His face looked like he was going to kill me. He was so angry at me, he wanted to kill me. All I did was yell at you and called you names. That was like the first time I ever screamed at him. Ever. And he attacked me, trying to kill me. His own kid. And I remember when I was 13, he told me once when I was with him and he was going to get my hair done, which is all he cared about at the time. I was like 13. He said, "Oh, I love you. I love you the most." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I didn't believe him because I was 13 and I knew he was an asshole. But and then when he did that, I'm like, this motherfucker. And I saw his face. I'm like, this guy does not love me. But I thought I would be able to fight him off, but I forgot. I didn't realize till like a few weeks ago, and like last year, that I was sick. I was weak. I lost weight. All I ate was rice and water, and a little bit of rice here and there. It took me all day to eat one little small bowl of rice. All day. I had to eat little bites every hour to 2 or 20 minutes. And that's like this much. Wait, let me see. About, wait, no. About this much rice. I ate about that much or a little bit like this much every hour or every 20, 30 minutes. I could not eat anything else. I was weak. I was been sick for about, at that time, 3 months. And he attacked me. I thought I could fight him off. I could not. I thought I lunged at him, but even if I think I might have, but I was sick. Maybe I did lunge at him, but I don't think I did. But because when I saw that face, I remember doing like this, and he lunged at me. My mom was there. She saw the whole thing happen. She was probably drunk, but I don't think she would have forgot because she noticed right away when she said he lunged at me, choked me, and I remember him choking me. I think his hands were on my neck, and like we were spinning around and around and around, and I remember like at that time it was probably because I wasn't breathing. I remember seeing lights, like it'll be like car lights, like red lights and yellow lights and white lights and green lights, and it was like a Christmas tree lights, but spinning around like cars and stuff, and I'm like just black and just lights, and we were spinning around and around and around. I think my mom was trying to get them off of me, and it was. I didn't know. I thought I was gonna be able to fight him off, but I was like, why am I not fighting this guy off? Screw him. I forgot I was sick, but I was like, why in the hell can't I fucking get this motherfucker off of me? Excuse me. And then we were spinning and we were going towards where the island is for our kitchen, and there was a pole. And I'm like, he is not. I thought about going there, and I'm like, if he sees that he's gonna hit me and that I'm gonna fall on this pole, he's gonna try to make it so I don't fall on the pole. I'm like, he loves me. He ain't gonna try to kill me. But I was wrong. This pole was a pole for my bird that he gave me when I was 13. I love that bird, but he's gone now. I accidentally, after I got mental illness, after that whole situation, I set him free in 2012, and I miss him a lot. He loved me. Anyway, he didn't care. That pole was hollow inside because I didn't put my bird on there anymore, and so I took off the top where it was like a hook was off. So you see all the rest of the pole, and it was about 5 feet tall, maybe. And we went towards it, and I was trying to aim for it, but not really, like at least next to it, because I thought he would see that he's hurting me, his kid who supposedly loved the most. But no, he still wrestled me right next to it. And I'm like, when I was still getting there, I'm like, as the seconds were flying and I was getting closer and closer, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And he's not going to care. And I thought at the time that I had lunged at him, so I thought if he kills me, he has the right of way, because I'm 18 now, or I was probably 18 or 19. I was probably 19, and because I'm past 18, so I'm an adult, and I'm not 16 or not 17. So if I die, he's gonna get away with it. But my mom told me she was there too, trying to get him off of me, and he never got off. And she said she was hitting him and everything, saying, and she was screaming at him, "This is your daughter right here. This is your daughter." And he kept his arms, he never released me. And next thing I know, I'm having a dream. I don't remember the whole dream, but I remember seeing an alien and spaceships, and the next thing I know, I'm like, wait a minute. In my dream, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. There's something wrong. Why am I asleep? Wasn't I doing something? And then then I heard a voice that said, "Wake up!" Screaming. I woke up, and the first thing I thought of was, what the fuck just happened? I knew the situation. I knew that my dad attacked me, or I attacked him, and that I screamed at him, and I don't know anything else. I remember we spinning around. I remember his face. I don't think I remember the face. And I remember getting onto the ground, and he didn't care, right next to the pole. And that's all I remember. And when I woke up, that's all I could remember, that stuff. And the first thing I said when I woke up, but he had me in a chokehold, okay? I still could not breathe. He did not let up at all. He was trying to kill me. And the first things I said was, who am I? Where am I? What happened? Because I thought I was dreaming. I thought I was dead. I didn't know anything. I forgot myself. I didn't know my name. I didn't know how old I was. I forgot I had a mom. I don't even remember my brother. I don't know anything. I don't know what the hell is going on. I am lost. I have amnesia. I don't know shit. I am lost. And then he said to me, like, you tried to attack me. You attacked me. You attacked me. I'm like, okay, what? I'm like, who am I? Who am I? He didn't care. He just kept saying, you attacked me. You attacked me. You attacked me. I'm like, okay. Where am I? Am I alive? Or I don't think I said anything else, but I was like, where am I? Who am I? What happened? Where am I? Who am I? What happened? I don't know shit. I only know the situation, and that was it. I thought I was dead. And then I remember he still had his chokehold on me, and I still could not breathe. My mom told me I was out for more than a minute. I wouldn't be surprised, because she said she was hitting him in the stomach and everything. And I remember that same year, I think that year or the year before, yeah, it was probably that year. I was at Anime Expo, and I bought swords for us when they still sold swords. She said later on, years later, that she wanted to get the sword and kill him, but she did not. She did not do it because she did not want to take that chance of me dying. So she tried to get him off of me, but he kept his grip on me even after I passed out. She even told me my eyes were in the back of my head. She was shocked. She was like, get off. This is your daughter. This is your daughter. Even when I woke back up, she was like, this is your daughter. You're hurting your daughter. You're doing this to your daughter. And I don't know what he was talking about to my mom, but I don't even know who she was. I don't even know what voice that was screaming at him. And I don't think I even heard. I that's all I know. But I was like, I was confused. I was lost. I didn't know anything. Yet he did not let go. He kept his grip on my neck. I could not breathe. I'm like, I thought I was gonna pass out again. I'm like, I don't know if I'll wake. What is sleeping? I don't know what waking up is. I thought I was dreaming. I thought I was dead. I don't know anything. And he said, you attacked me. You attacked me. You attacked me. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. That's all I think that's what I said. And then I remember for one split second, I could breathe. And I just pushed him off. My back was towards his front. And I just I just got up and moved him off of me. To me, at that moment, he felt like he was 50 to 60 pounds. At the time, I was 19, so my dad was 59. He's like 6'1". He's like 250. I don't even think I was even 200. I don't even think I was 135. I was probably less than that because I don't even remember eating a lot for those few months I was in school. And I mean, the whole time I was sick, I was out of school for like 3-4 months. And I was like, after I got off, I tried to catch my breath and I went towards my room. I don't know. I think I was in shock. I was trying to cry to see if he'd care, but he didn't care. I'm like, I tried to pretend to cry. I tried to cry. I don't even know why I tried to pretend to cry because I think I don't like crying in general, but I thought if I cried, he'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." But no, he didn't say that. He didn't say anything. He was like, "You attacked me, you attacked me." And then I went to my room because I thought he was going to leave right afterwards. And then I thought, he's going to call the cops. I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to go to jail. My life is over because I thought I attacked him. Because that's what I imagined it was. That's what I imagined. Because I think ever since I was young, I would always, because like I said, I didn't like my dad, and I would a lot of the time imagine screaming at him and attacking him, and because I was like 19 and I never liked him, so I would imagine it all the time. I have a very creative mind, so I thought of it all the time. That's probably why I thought I attacked him. But my mom said he attacked me, so I was like, so I went to my room. I walked to my room. My mom told me when she saw me going towards my room, she was like, "No, Brandy, no." She thought I was going to get my sword, but I wasn't. I just wanted to get away and think. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I was just so shocked, and I was like, I'm going to jail. I'm going to be sit on the electric chair. I'm going to be in, not electric chair, but the gas thing, put to sleep, whatever it's called, euthanized. And I just wanted to get away. And I thought he was going to leave immediately, call the cops, and I was going to get killed because I attacked him. And he left. No, he didn't leave. And then when I left and went to my room, I don't know what I did. I remember going in there for maybe a few minutes or a few seconds, coming back out, hoping he left. And then when I came back, he was talking to my mom. Mom said, "Get the fuck out, get out, get out, get out, get out." And he was saying, go get a gun, go buy a gun and come at me. Go buy a gun, go buy a gun, go buy a gun. I'm like, wait, is he buying a gun? And then he said, "What?" But then he kept saying it. He was saying, "Go buy a gun. Go buy a gun. Go buy a gun." I'm like, wait, he thinks we're gonna buy a gun? He does know we're poor, right? Because we lived in a condo in Culver City, and my dad doesn't live there. He lives in his own apartment near Inglewood or Westchester, probably, but it's still LA. I didn't know that till later. Anyway, he, what was it? Yeah, he said, "Go buy a gun." My mom said, "Get out, get out, get out, get out." He finally left, and I thought my mom was gonna call the police, but I didn't think she would because I attacked him, and I thought I was gonna be fine. Since I don't even know when I got better. I don't think I ever did, because like I was talking to my friends today, and I told them I finally realized he caused it, and that schizophrenia is from trauma, and I'm finally remembering it. I'm so mad at myself for not noticing it. My mom been telling me this whole time, ever since it happened. Not ever since it happened, but as soon as my schizophrenia started, as soon as I had my first emotional breakdown, I just been in denial, thinking my dad actually loved me and stuff. And I don't know if I'm hate him or I'm disappointed, like I told my therapist. But talked to my friend today. She said it's probably a mix of both because I probably was when I was younger and wasn't mentally ill that I thought I hated him, but I was probably disappointed because I wasn't good enough. And I've always, even when I found out I was transgender, tried to be girly for him because I wanted to be proud. I wanted him to love me, and I thought if I was girly, he would love me. So I would try to change myself. That's why I really don't like girly things. I never did, and plus I don't think I ever would have because I'm just not interested in girly things. Um, so I was like, and I remember after that whole situation, I got better. Like I mean sickness, my sickness from when I was 9 and then 19. After I was out of being sick, I don't. I remember being at home for hours, and how I was having to go into the store, Rouse, to buy rice to make to eat, because that's all I could eat, even when I was sick. Excuse me. So I always had to force myself to walk, no matter how sick I was. I was a little better, but to go to Rouse, buy some rice, make it, eat it a little bit, and then go to sleep. And then later on, after time went on, I would watch anime, read manga. No, watch anime and read manga online. Um, and I would be on the internet all the time watching anime, even when I was feeling much better. And I didn't notice. I thought I was doing this by choice, but I don't think I was doing it by choice, because it never stopped, and time went too quickly to me. It was going by way too quick, and I was like 2009, and then 2010, and 2011, and 2012. I didn't have a job. Okay, I never had a job. The only job I had was when I was in high school, and I was doing it for like a month. Now it's for credits. And then after that, I did volunteering at the same place in high school. So, and then I first I got paid, and then next time I was doing for volunteer work for credits. Um, anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, the time went by way too quickly. I remember being at home all the time, just watching anime all the time, reading manga all the time, reading web comics all the time. I mean seriously, all the fucking time, all the time, every day, the same thing. And I would once in a while go to the theater. I would walk there and go watch movies. And I didn't have much money. I would take my mom's money that she left at the house, and I'll go to the movies, and then I'll play this place called Power Stage, which isn't around anymore, I don't think. So and I was like, hold up, give me a second. Let me take this off. And I spent the money that I had for college. I spent it all. It was only like $2,000 so, and I spent it all. So I didn't have any money, and I couldn't go to a temporary job placement, because I was out and depressed, and probably my schizophrenia was just starting. My time was wrong. Everything was going so fast. And that was like 2009, 2012. And then after the Anime Expo, no, during the Anime Expo in 2012, I started to have, I probably before Anime Expo, I had a dream, a really, really, really realistic dream. I've probably talked about it before on YouTube. My realistic dream was like, if you remember the band Big Time Rush from Nickelodeon, I had a dream and then I remember The Wanted, and then One Direction. Those are all the boy bands that were out at the time. I had a dream where I met them all after the Anime Expo, and I remember the situations happened. But anyway, I'll just tell you. In 2012 at Anime Expo, it was fun and everything, and I think before Anime Expo, like 3 days, I had a dream. In that dream, I had met the Big Time Rush, and I was like part of their group, and I thought for some reason I sometimes have it here like now it's been coming back, but I had thought that I was actually on their group, and that whenever I was with them, I would have the funnest of times, and that every time I met them, I would forget, which doesn't make any sense. And like, I can't have fun with somebody if every single time I met them, you forget the whole situation. That's weird. But I thought I was part of Big Time Rush. Anyway, and I remember in that dream, I remember that One Direction raped me in the dream. It was a dream, okay? It wasn't real, but I had a dream where One Direction had raped me, like gang raped me, and I remember seeing The Wanted from wherever that was from, I forget, and I remember in one part of the dream, I told them my real name, and they was pissed off at me and they hated me. And then I remember being a part of The Wanted and like Big Time Rush and stuff. And I remember like it was stupid. I didn't figure it out till later, like last year or years before. Anyway, in the dream, I had a plan for how to make a perfect birthday gift for people, surprise. And in that dream, I would be like, we would treat the person badly on their birthday, like call them names, throw stuff at them, give them, like, be an assholes to them. And then when they're all down and sad and depressed, thinking everybody hates me, nobody loves me, we go like, hey, what is the word? I'm trying to remember. It was like, hey, we actually love you, hey. And then we'll throw a big party. And I was like, later on, I'm like, wait, that is the dumbest shit you can ever do to somebody. On their birthday, everybody treats you like crap on your birthday. And then later on, like, oh, hey, we love you, yeah. Here's this and this and this. And I'm like, and even in the dream, it was stupid. And I'm like, wait. And then when it happened to me, I'm like, wait, what the fuck are y'all doing? But in the dream, they all hated me for doing that shit. And then when they found out I did all that, they were like, you planned that? Fuck you. They hated me. I'm an idiot. And anyway, that was the end of the dream. But I remember having that dream twice. I think twice. And that was after the Anime Expo ended. And I remember I was in downtown LA by the convention center. And I remember that night, the day Anime Expo ended, I was still by the convention center. And I left my stuff there, and it got taken away to the Goodwill. And I don't think I have that stuff anymore. It's probably been taken, just like my netbook and everything else I got at the Anime Expo that year. I was delirious that whole time. I don't even remember most of the crap. I did. I remember walking around. I remember volunteering. And that night, though, I remember just walking around. I remember getting on the bus. I remember falling asleep on the bus over and over and over again, and going past the same, like, right underneath the convention center, the little walkway bridge thing, convention center park, where the buses go under. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, that, and then I remember being on the bus a lot, and then I remember I don't